Hi everyone, today I'd like to take a look at exercise 6.2, and in exercise 6.2 we're going to look at problems 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay, so that's exercise 6.2 on page 196. Now we're going to look at 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So let's get started. The idea behind this is to practice the concept of interest, principal, rate, and time. Before we begin, I should just reiterate that you want to be familiar with the basic triangle that we use in order to be able to determine interest, rate, and time. So we have interest, principal, rate, and time. If we have three of these factors, we can figure the fourth. So let's get started. Take a look at number 1. Number 1 says a $3,800 loan at 7.5% was advanced on June 7, 2014. How much interest was due when the loan was repaid on October 1st, 2014? So we have a couple of dates here. I'm just going to switch pins now to make this a little easier. Now, for the purposes of speeding this up, I'm not going to work the calculations out. I'll talk about the calculations, but I've already pre-calculated them. So, this is number 1, exercise 6.2. Okay, so a couple important points. The loan, which is really P, the principal here, is $3,800. The rate, which is R, is given to us at 7.5%. We convert that to a decimal, that's 0.075. The time requires us to use the time serial days table. And I want you to take a look at the serial days table. I've already illustrated it a little earlier on in this section. So I want you to look at that and use it in order to check how I calculate this. First of all, the first date we got is June 17th. And the second date we got is October 1st. So we're getting the loan on the 17th, paying it, or getting, it's cluing up on the 1st. We got to figure out what the day is. If we look at our serial table, you will find that June 17th is day 168. And October 1st is day 274. If we take the difference between 168 and 274, that will give us the number of days. So it's 106 days. So the length of the loan is 106 days. So that's the important thing you need to do there. Now, we are looking for interest on this. The whole problem is asking us, how much interest really is accumulated. So if we look at we get our little, just our little table. I equals PRT. PR and T. Okay, so the principal is 3,800 times the rate 0.075 times the time 106 divided by 365, because it's always a function of the year. If we do the math on that, you will find that that comes to 8277. So therefore, according to the problem, we've been asked how much interest was due. $82.77 will be due on October 1st. Okay, so that's that first question. Let's move on now to number 3. Number three, if we look at number three says an $85,000 investment earned 3.9% rate of simple interest from December 1st, 2013 to May 30th, 2014. How much interest was earned? So, in this particular instance, the principal is $85,000. The rate is 7.9%, and that equates to 0.079 as a decimal. And the time, this is where it gets interesting in the sense that it overlaps a year. Our first day is December 1st, 2013. And our end date is May 30th, 2014. So how do we do this? Well, when we go to our serial days table, you will find that December 1st, if you look it up in the table, December 1st is day 335, and we got to bring it to December 31st, the end of the year, which is day 365. Now, if you took those two, and we did a calculation on that, 365 minus 335, that will come to 30 days. Now, then we move over to May 30th. Well, May 30th, 2014 stretches from January 1 through to May 30th. So all we really need to do is to find out what day is May 30th. So if we look at our table for May 30th, you will find that May 30th is the 150th day. So our loan in total is the combination of the 30 days in 2013 plus the 150 days, so it's 180 days total. Okay, so there's 180 days total. So again, what we're looking for here is our interest. So I equals PRT. Our principal is $85,000 times the rate, and the rate is 0.079, times the time. Now the time was 180 days, which we determined up here, divided by 365. You do the math on that, that will be $1,634.79. In other words, the interest due on May 30th is $1,634.79. And that's how you do that second problem. Okay, we're next going to take a look at number 5, exercise 6.2. Number 5. So number 5, we'll just give it a quick read here. Number 5 says the interest rate on $27,000 borrowed on October 16, 2014 was 5.7%. How much interest was owed on April 15, 2015 repayment date? So again, very similar setup in terms of the problem. We got a principal of $27,000. We have an interest rate, in this case, of 5.7%, which is 0.057 converted to a decimal. And then we have to calculate the time. And again, looking at our time, it was October 16th. (2014), and it was April 15th, 2015. So again, we got that overstrap of a year. So we need to find how much to, so October 16th to December 31st. Okay, so we're going to calculate the number of days. Well, October 16th, if we look up the serial table, you will see that that is October 16th is day 289. December 1st is day 365. So that's 76 days in 2014. April 15th, all we need to do is go look at the table, and we'll see that August 15th is day 105. So the total days then is this plus this, which is a total of 181 days. So the loan will be outstanding 181 days. Now, what we're trying to do is calculate I. I is the mystery amount, so I equals PRT again. So we take the principal, 2,700, times the rate, which is 0.057, times the time, which is 181 over 365. We do the math on that, and you will see that interest is 763.18. So in other words, there will be $763.18 of interest accumulated on April 15th, 2015. Okay, so that's how you do number 5. Next, we're going to take a look at number 7, and this is 6.2, so let's take a look at number 7. Number 7 says, if $40.52 interest accrued on a $1,000 certificate of deposit from January 15, 2014 to July 7, 2014, what rate of simple interest did the certificate earn? So here we're doing it a little bit different in the sense that we're looking for the rate, but let's just write down what we have here. So first of all, we're given that interest was $40.52. I'm going to check that, make sure I have it written down. $40.52. The principal was $1,000. The time, which is the real kicker here, that's January 15th, and it's all in the same year, so January 15th to July 7th. So January 15th, we look up our serial days table, we'll see that that's day 15. July 7th is day 188. And so the total days then is 173. What we're saying is, here's the number of days between this date and this date. So you take the one and you subtract from the other, and that will give you the total days of the span. So the rate then is what we're looking for. Now, all we need to do is manipulate the I equals PRT table. In fact, if we go to our little standby chart here, we're looking for the rate, so it's rate equals I over PT. Okay, so we take our interest of 40.52 and we divide it by 1,000 times the time, which is 173 over 365. And you will find that that will come out to 0.0855, which is 8.55%. Therefore, the rate of interest is 8.55%. Okay, that's how you do number 7. Finally, we'll look at number 9. Number 9, this is exercise 6.2. So let's just read number 9 here. Number 9 says, on June 26th, Laura Pitt put $2,750 into a term deposit until September 3rd. She needs money for tuition, books, and the like for college. For term deposits between 60 and 89 days, which is it earns 3%. How much interest will she earn on the deposit? Okay, we're trying to figure out interest. So she puts in, so the principal in this case that she puts in, the money she puts in is $2,750. Make it clear that it's a 5. The rate we're given at 3%, which is in decimal 0.03. And then we got to find the time. And the time, well, first of all, it was June 26th. And the out time was September 3rd. So we look at our serial days and we say, well, June 26th is day 177. And September 3rd is day 246. So that's 69 days. So it's in the deposit for 69 days. Okay, we just then can, we're looking for I. So I is P times R times T. So the principal is $27.50 times the rate, 0.03, times the time, which was 69 over 365, and that then comes out to $15.60. In other words, Laura will earn $15.60 on the deposit. Okay, so that's it. Thanks very much for watching.